What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. So this time I wanted to share something with you. I built my second PC setup and I am very proud of how it came out. So I wanted to show you guys how it looks like. It's done already. But first, let me show you all the components I got, and then I put it all together, and I'm gonna show you at the very end of the video how it looks right now. It looks gorgeous, I promise. So let's check all the components I got. Let's roll the video. No, this video, it is not sponsored by any of the brands I just mentioned. I got it all by myself. It was a hard work, and my lovely fucking amazing husband helped me. This was my first option for the motherboard that I got, but when I put it together, the whole thing, it didn't work out. So I'm probably gonna make another video about this because Asus is one of my favorite brands, but I had a really bad experience with this motherboard because it didn't work. So I got another one, which is this one. It is the same brand. I didn't want to change that because on the very first setup I made, I had an Asus motherboard as well, and I never had a problem with it. So I wanted to stick to the brand because of my first experience, which it was really good. And besides, I really like the design. As you can see, it looks so sexy. And I want to make this setup as wide as I can. So this is the motherboard that we're gonna use on this setup. All right, let's move to the next component. For the processor, we're gonna use a Ryzen 9 series 7000. I have to say that when I was at the university studying, I was using Intel processors. I studied architecture, and for being honest, I really had not a good experience, I will say, because my computer, my laptop used to be an i7 processor. It used to come with a graphic card. I will say it was a good graphic card at that time, but it was so slow. So on the first setup that I made, I used the Ryzen 7, and it was amazing. For the things that I do, because I'm an architect and I also play video games, the Ryzen, I will say, is the best processor I've ever tried. So I'm gonna stick with this, and I will recommend you the same, guys. This is in my personal experience. Probably someone else had a really good experience with Intel. That's okay. But for me, this is my recommendation for you. Ryzen, especially if you're gonna be gaming. For the memory RAM, we're gonna be using a Avengers DDR5 Corsair. It will be 32 gigabytes in total. Probably eventually I'm gonna get another 2 of these because the motherboard comes with capacity of 4 memory RAM, and I choose this because I wanted something with light, some RGB lights. And it's kind of sad that it doesn't come in white color. So yeah, I was like, this was the only one. But still, it will look good because it has the RGB lights. For the graphic cards, I got this Gigabyte AERO model RTX 4070. I'm in love with this graphic cards. Is like so beautiful. I'll show you guys at the end of the video I'm obsessed with these graphic cards, especially if you're trying to have an aesthetic setup. This one will work out for you so good. And also have in mind that if you're gonna be gaming or designing 3D like me and rendering, you need a really good graphic card. So have in mind that you're gonna have to invest some money on that graphic card, and always make sure that if you can get the latest version, which is the series 40, you're gonna be good. 30 series is okay, is kind of all still work out, but if you can go higher, I will recommend you the series 40s. For the power supply, we're gonna be using a Corsair RM850X. Make sure that this will fit your case. I have an ATX that I will show you. And the higher the number you can get, the better will be, especially if you have a high processor. You're gonna need a really good power supply, as well as you have a super high graphic cards. Make sure that you're not gonna ruin your setup. So just always, the higher you can get, the better will be. Yes, it worth the money, and you have to protect all your purchase. So the higher the number, the better. For the cooling, I got this liquid cooler made by Cooler Master, and I got it on wide. It comes with 3 fans, and this is the part that goes in the processor. I think this will match perfect on my setup because I'm trying to have everything wide as much as I can. And I really like it. By the way, I love the price because I think sometimes the components are too overpriced, but I love this one. And always remember, you can always upgrade your items on your setup. And for the fans, I got this because my case have a lot of space this time. I'm living in the US. My first setup, I made it in El Salvador, and we don't have any Lian Li things out there. And now that I'm living here, I have to say I'm really obsessed with everything that this brand makes. And for me, it was a must to have these fans because I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. It's so easy to set up, and I was like, no, this time I have to get this, because if you have like a single fan, it will be more cables, it will be super messy when you're doing the cable management. So I was like, nah, I want to make it easy. I want the fans to look nice, so that's why I got 2 of these. Okay, for the memory, I'm not gonna show it because it's already on the computer, but I'm using a Kingstone SSD, 2 terabytes, and I'm also using a Barracuda Seagate 1 terabyte. For the case, I got this big baby. The first time I saw this in person, it was love at first sight. I got this at Micro Center, and I'm so excited because I've been dreaming to have this case for so long. So let's put it all together and let's see how it looks like. And so the reason why I look different on that video of me assembling the computer is because I started getting the components on December 2022, and it took some time because it was expensive. My job was not stable during that time, didn't make much money, but I wanted to have like a really good setup, so I took the time. And then when I finally got everything, it was October 2023 when I finally assembled everything. So I'm so excited. I cannot be more happy. It was just how I picture it, and it came out so beautiful. So enjoy, guys. This is how it looks like. And I wanted to thank you, all of you, for joining my videos, for supporting my YouTube channel. I'm new, so I will really appreciate if you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be posting more videos of this kind. And I want to give a special thanks to my husband because he got me a lot of the components to make this thing happen. So I love you, Cormick. Thank you. I really appreciate all the effort you put on this to make this real, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love you. And thank you guys for watching. I'm so happy that this is finally complete. There was one of my projects that I really wanted to do, and now that it's finished, I couldn't be more happy. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining this time. I'll see you guys on the next video.